What you will frequently hear in the course of the next videos are the terms emotions, emotional intelligence, or EQ. Emotional intelligence is going to be the basis on which we build our confidence, social skills, and gain an insight into our minds. And why does emotional intelligence matter? So many reasons. But in short, you will prevent yourself from going crazy in this high-pressure, FOMO-inducing world. And now let's take a look at what emotional intelligence is and the difference between low and high emotional intelligence. What's the difference between people with a high and low emotional intelligence? Let's use an example of a breakup. When we go through a breakup with someone, we might experience emotions like sadness, anger, and disappointment. And now let's take a look at how a low EQ and high EQ person would deal with this. Julie has been with her boyfriend for 6 months before the relationship came to an end. She doesn't really recognize her emotions and becomes blinded by the feeling of rejection. This leads her to call her ex 10 times per day, angrily swear 1 minute, and cry in despair the next. She also starts to engage in self-destructive behavior like smoking and drinking. Anything to numb the pain, anything to make herself feel good again. On the other side, we have Anna. She went through a similar situation when her relationship ended after 7 months. She is dealing with the same emotional mess, but the way she manages her emotions and the expression of those emotions is different. She realizes that sadness is a part of the breakup process and gives herself time to mourn the relationship. Every time she begins to feel intense feelings of anger, she asks herself, how can I use this to my advantage? She takes up cycling as a new hobby and pours all her emotional energy into painting. So, which post-breakup situation sounds better to you? I guess I don't have to tell you at this point that Anna is our more emotionally intelligent example. Especially when it comes to romantic rejection, emotional intelligence is very, very important. Being rejected can make us question our worth as human beings, our good enoughness. And yes, we are going to invent new words in this course. High EQ individuals are more optimistic and even have better relationships. Because of this, they not only receive even more social support, they are also more satisfied with the support they receive. And the best part about EQ, it can be developed. The ability to manage your emotions will lead to an increase in well-being and self-confidence. In other words, your life will get better. First thing to realize, emotions matter. Their power goes far beyond our mind responding to the environment. They can also influence our physical health. Burnout is a great example of how your mind can influence your physical health. You surely know this yourself. When you feel sad, you have less energy. When you feel scared, your body feels stressed. Your physical state seems to be reflecting whatever you're feeling inside. So, what came first? The chicken or the egg? Or in this case, how we are feeling emotionally or how we are feeling physically? The answer, just like with the chicken and the egg, is unfortunately not so clear. Hey, no need to be sarcastic. The point is, the relationship between emotions and physiology is like a two-way street. When you are experiencing something emotionally, like nervousness before a first date with your crush, you will experience a physical reaction that comes with it. And if we're asking ourselves the question whether emotions influence our health, the answer is a definite yes. For example, it's been found that the suppression of the emotion of sadness and inhibition of crying is connected with respiratory disorders such as asthma, while chronic inhibition of anger was found to be linked with cardiovascular disorders such as hypertension. Emotional disclosure, meaning expressing your emotions, can even help you to boost your immune system. The most important thing is that the emotion gets expressed somehow. If you feel like you can't talk to anyone about what's weighing you down, journaling is the perfect way to emotionally cleanse your mind while receiving the benefits of emotion expression. Writing or sketching across blank pages is a great way of acknowledging your state of mind, and working with expressing your emotions in a constructive way. It's much better to write, "I am angry," than smashing a plate against the wall, don't you think? Emotional intelligence has also been found to be linked with well-being, life satisfaction, and happiness. Emotionally intelligent individuals report lower levels of stress or feelings of loneliness. In addition, they are less likely to engage themselves in health-compromising or damaging behavior, such as smoking or drinking alcohol, like we already mentioned. Emotional intelligence therefore not only improves your health because it allows you to constructively deal with your emotions, but also because it decreases your chances that you will engage in activities that could damage your health even more. So it sounds like a win-win-win-win-win. Apologies, I got a bit carried away and that went on for a while. Win situation. And now it's time for the first question of the course. Why do you think becoming more emotionally intelligent is important for you and your life? Write down the answer into a journal. If you prefer to write a text, write a text. If sketching something is how you work, do that. If bullet points are better for you, make it work for you. Next up, we're going to take a look at identifying emotions and a couple of tricks on how we can detect what we are feeling and why. You just watched an exclusive preview of the Emotional Intelligence for Millennials online course. To get the full access, follow the link in the description box below.